Yep, just went.
I think we're live. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Spelling Bee Championship UAE, held in association with the Scripps National Spelling Bee, a stage with 100 plus years of legacy. Thank you so much for joining us. Very quickly, the key fact for the season. The competition is for the grade 3 to 10 UAE students. Format and venue is in person and happening at Amity University, Dubai Academic City. The prelims dates are October 25th, 26th, November 1 and 2, November 8 and 9. Student has to come only once, and every day we'll have two sessions, 8:30 and 12. You have to attend only one session. We will inform the date, time, and venue again by email and WhatsApp. So please keep checking your emails, which might be in spam sometimes, and also WhatsApp. So whatever name, number, and email that you have given us on the registration, you'll be getting an email notification as well as a WhatsApp notification. Semi-finals are in January and final in February. Registrations, we all know at spellingbee.ae website, you have a registration column. We provide word list by email and by WhatsApp immediately the same day in the evening once you register and pay. We have our online learning module, which we're going to talk in detail now. And we have also a partner with us called Confidence Lab for in-person training. If anybody needs to do that, we'll provide the details by email to everybody. Good, now the best part, the awards. The winning is up to 25,000 dirhams. Global stage, you will basically getting UAE champion gets a Scripps opportunity to compete in the US. And now this is the thing. If the champion is up to grade 8th and lower, he will be competing in the global stage. But if it is grade 9 and 10, he will get a chance to observe the competition, visit the Scripps National Spelling Bee stage. Visa and travel, baby organize the family. All right, so chats are open. Please hold your questions for a few minutes. Many answers will come up during the presentations, and we will take the question and answer right after. Right. I have got a privilege of introducing the panel with me right now. I got Akshat Rastogi. Akshat owns the Hive, which has basically been provided and it customized for UAE Spelling Bee Championship, which we're going to talk about in detail as well. Akshat, thank you so much, and is the brain behind it as well. Want to say hello to Akshat?
Hi guys, hi everyone. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
And with me is Ekansh Rastogi. Ekansh is the finalist for Scripps National Spelling Bee in 2022. He was the top fifth in the US on that year, and he is going to take us through how to prepare for the competition today and what all tips and tricks that he can provide us today.
Hello, everybody. I hope everybody's having an awesome time so far.
Ekansh, say hello. Thank you. Now, the best part, I've got with me Miss Amna Al Hashmi. She is the personal banking partnership of Emirates Islamic Bank. And because of them, this competition is going to be very, very exciting as well. And I must tell you the great news for parents and students. And I won't see the thunder. Amna, over to you.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm excited to tell you more about what we have in store. So hopefully it's something exciting.
So, Amna, you can take the stage now. Tell us about Alpha Youth account.
Okay, so on behalf of Emirates Islamic, I'd like to thank everyone for being here today. We're very proud to be the official sponsor for this year's Spelling Bee, and even more proud that our new Alpha Youth account is supporting this important initiative with your children. So I'm gonna brief you guys about Alpha. So at Emirates Islamic, we believe financial literacy should start from a young age. So that's why we created Alpha. It's our new youth account designed specifically for children under the age of 18 years. With Alpha, we want to empower the next generation not only to be strong academically, but also grow confident in managing money and making smart financial decisions. So, what are some of the key features and benefits of our account? So, for the youth, they get to access a cool mobile banking app, they get their own personalized debit card. We have a daily raffle draw of a cash prize of 1,000 dirhams. They get exclusive offers and discounts on entertainment, gaming, food, and more. Now, other than kids benefits, we also have benefits for the parents. So for Alpha parents, there's no minimum balance fee on your Alpha account. You have full control over your child's account's transactions and spending limits. You get exclusive monthly draw for a scholarship prize of 50,000 dirhams, and you get a membership on Reward Plus app. So, as a proud partner of the Spelling Bee, we see the sponsorship as more than just supporting a competition. It's about investing in the growth and development of your children, both academically and financially. So, I'd like to warmly invite you to open an Alpha account for your child today so they can start enjoying the rewards and benefits right away. And our team would be happy to guide you throughout the quick process. If you have any questions, we're going to share a link to our website where you can learn more about the account. Thank you once again, and we wish you and the children best of luck in this year's Spelling Bee.
Amna, just a quick one, just to recall. You're saying 1,000 dirhams a day, there's a raffle draw for children?
Yeah. So every day we have a raffle draw, and they can win 1,000 dirhams.
Oh, wow. And parents can win up to 50,000 dirhams every month?
Yeah, that's correct.
Are you distributing cash?
We want a strong proposition for our customers, so this is why we want to invite everyone to open an Alpha account today.
Perfect. So just to reconfirm again, this is Emirates Islamic Bank have started a new service called Alpha Youth Account, and it's basically for children. They will get a debit card free, and they get a chance to win 1,000 dirhams a day. And this is all association of Spelling Bee as well. So all people who are registered with Spelling Bee, if you are not registered, register right now and get an open an account with Emirates Islamic Bank. You can win 1,000 dirhams a day, and parents, you can win 50,000 dirhams a day. Amna, thank you so much, and please stay online. People will ask a question, and I'll get back to you on that as well. Now, I'm going to ask Ekansh. Ekansh, tell us about very briefly how did you structure your preparation? Daily practice, mock rounds, or group studies, whatever you do, tell us about it and take us through this Hive module on our portal on spellingbee.ae. Stage is yours.
Yes, absolutely. So first of all, good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's having an awesome time so far on our webinar. Just a little bit about myself. My name is Ekansh Rastogi. I'm a former Scripps National Spelling Bee finalist. I placed 5th at Scripps National Spelling Bee in 2022. I've competed in spelling for 5 years, and I've also been coaching for another 3. So rest assured, you'll be in good hands. And I'm also just so glad that everybody's here today. I must say that from the experience that I've had, spelling is definitely an experience that you will not get anywhere else. And literally just the experiences that I had in that 1 week at Scripps is something that's truly like an experience of a lifetime. And so I'm so glad that everybody's here and everybody's excited about the Spelling Bee, because it is truly an activity that sets you up for so much in the future as well. You get to develop your spelling skills, but you also get to develop a sense of like a work ethic and how to push yourself and stay determined to a goal. And a little bit about my preparation, I will say that I honestly tried to do a little bit of everything, because like at the end of the day, if you have a goal and you're trying to work so much towards it, you really want to have a little bit of variety and have a little bit of fun with your preparation, so that it's something that you're looking forward to. Because at the end of the day, we're all doing spelling because we're passionate about it and because we love the sport of spelling itself. And so it's really important that we have a good time while we're studying. And so just in line with that, without further ado, let's get started with our demo. So this is our learning platform, also called Prep Center. So this is our sign-in page. And for the purposes of this demo, we'll show you how to create a new account. So we're going to navigate to the bottom here where our button says sign up. We'll click sign up, and this will take us to our sign up page. You'll notice that there's a couple things we need to do first. Firstly, we can generate a username. When we click this button, it creates a randomized username with the word user and then a 6-digit code afterwards. We also get a confirmation code that's about 15 characters long. These two pieces of information is really important for you to be able to log into your account. And we recommend that you write it down somewhere and keep it in a safe place, because it may take up to a day to recover your account if you lose this information. So in line with that, I'm going to write down my information real quick. We also have some security questions that we need to fill out before we can create our account. So our first question is, what is your favorite color? Let's do something like the color yellow, a classic since we're talking about the spelling bee. Then what's your favorite food? Like a common favorite, pizza. And what's your favorite movie? We could do something like Cars or even James Bond, for example. Now, we have to create a quick password. So I'm going to type in my password right here, and then I need to confirm my password as well. We have this little message at the bottom that will let us know when our passwords match, and we can go ahead and create our account. We'll click sign up. It tells us our registration is successful, and it'll bring us back to the sign-in page. So let's sign into the account that we just created. We'll write our username, type in our password, and once you click sign in, this will take us to the home dashboard for Prep Center. Firstly, you'll notice that you can see your username in the top left corner here, as well as the top right corner here next to the notification icon. When you click this bell icon, you'll see the notifications that you're given through the Prep Center. Currently, we don't have any notifications, but as the spelling bee progresses, be sure to check back here for any important information. You also have an announcements bar here at the top. Right now, we see an announcement for the webinar that we're doing. We also have a honey points counter right here at the top right. And honey points is basically our way of rewarding your effort towards spelling preparation. We offer honey points every time you get a word correct, as well as every quiz you complete, so that you feel kind of rewarded for the effort that you're putting into spelling. Below this, we also have the option to view the word list for the competition. Right now, the preliminaries word list is open, and as the competition progresses, we'll open the word list for the semifinals as well as the finals. So let's take a quick look at our word list. This preliminaries word list is about 2,350 words long, and this is the list that you get when you register for the Spelling Bee Championship. So this is a good time to remind you that if you have not registered for the competition yet, make sure to head over to spellingbee.ae and register for the competition so that you can get access to this word list, as well as all the awesome experiences that come with the Spelling Bee. As you notice, there's lots of information for every single word. We have the word, the diacritics, the definition, the part of speech, the etymology, which you'll often hear spellers call the language of origin, and we also have the example sentence. All this information is really useful for learning how to spell each word, and one that I really like to talk about is the etymology here. As you'll notice, English words are spelled in a variety of different ways. The same sound could be spelled at 6, 7, or 8 different letter combinations. And the reason that happens is because words in the English language come from everywhere. If we just quickly scroll through this list, we see that we have words from like Middle English, Latin, even Anglo-French, for example. And we also see words from German, Italian, Arabic, and so on. And so it's really important that we know the etymology for every single word so that we can start to learn the patterns that come with each word spelling. For example, like the SH sound in Middle English words will be spelled completely different from how it's spelled for Latin words or Greek words or Arabic words for that example. And so it's really important that we get to see all this information because this is something that I used to do a lot in my spelling bee preparation as well. We also have an option to download the PDF for the list in case you want a hard copy so we can study offline. If we click this download PDF button, it'll open a PDF and then allow us to see a print page where we can print our list from. We also have a scroll bar at the right side so that we can quickly scroll up and down our list if needed. Now that we're done looking at our word list, we also have some quizzes available to study for the preliminaries as well as some of the other rounds. The quiz sets for the semifinals and the finals will open as the spelling bee progresses. You'll also notice that there's a button here that says Start Free Trial. And this is a good time to note that the quizzes, their features, as well as some of the other tools and functionalities we're going to be talking about in this webinar are unlocked through our subscription. So let's look at how we can start a subscription and unlock our free trial. We'll click this button here that says Start Free Trial. And this will take us to a secure payment page powered by Stripe. You'll also notice that we have a 14-day free trial, after which it'll be 18 dirhams per month. You're also able to cancel the trial at any time. So we already have an account set up with our trial, so let's quickly log back in and we'll show you the rest of the platform. So we'll go back to learn.spellingbee.ae. And this will take us to our sign up page. So we already have an account set up with the free trial activated. We'll click sign in. And this will take us to our account with all the quizzes activated. As you can see, we no longer see our free trial button, and we can see all the quizzes for the preliminary round. So let's look at some of our quizzing features. Say open quiz 2, for example, and you'll see there are 4 different options to practice each quiz. We have a typing feature, which is more of your traditional spelling, where it pronounces the word, you have some of the information, and then you can type the word. This is really like a nice classic mode for spelling bee preparation, and this is a mode of preparation that I used to rely on a lot. We also have flashcards, and these are really useful if you want to study the words before testing yourself. One thing that I used to do, especially when I was preparing, is I would go through the words, try to memorize the ones, even write down the words that I felt were a little bit difficult, do a little bit of research, and then test myself. Because I really want an idea of what I'm trying to spell and what words I'm dealing with before I kind of throw myself into the water. We also have a multiple choice function, which, as it sounds, gives you a couple of options, and then you need to pick the correct spelling from each of those 4 options. And then we have the spell off round. This is a new feature that we just added to Prep Center. And the nice part about this is that it kind of simulates the new spell off feature that the Scripps National Spelling Bee just added. As you know, in the Scripps National Spelling Bee, spellers need to spell as many words correctly as possible within 90 seconds. And that's kind of what we're trying to do with our spell off feature as well. This is kind of just to gamify the learning process. And because, like I said earlier, since we're all so passionate about spelling, we want to have a good time while we're practicing as well. We don't want studying to feel like hard work or something that you have to kind of force yourself to do every day. We want it to be something that you look forward to and something that you actually enjoy doing, because we're all here for the passion of spelling. So let's take a quick look at our typing feature.
Formality.
As you noticed, this started us at word number 6. And this is because for all quizzes on our platform, it saves your progress. So in case you have to leave halfway through a quiz, you don't be worried. Your progress will definitely be saved, and you can always continue where you left off. You'll also notice that we have all our information for the word, our part of speech, our word origin, the diacritic symbols, the definition, the example sentence, and then a little area where we can enter our spelling for the word. You'll also notice that every time we go to a different word, it automatically plays the pronunciation. We also have a pronunciation button down here at the bottom left so that we can hear the word again. So let's say we got this word in the bag. We wrote it down and we got it correct.
Fossilize.
It will immediately take us to the next word. You can also click enter on your keyboard instead of hitting this next button so that you can move more quickly through the quiz.
Fossilize.
Now, say, for example, that we get a word incorrect. Say, I left out the second S in the word fossilize. That'll let us know that we misspelled this word. It'll tell us what spelling we put in, and then the correct spelling so that we don't make these mistakes again. This is really something that I used to do a lot. And what I also used to do as a little trick is I would keep a notebook next to my computer and then write down the words that I misspelled. Because in my opinion, it's always good to have multiple ways of practicing a word when you're quizzing, and then also keeping a list of the words that you don't remember and the words that you may want to review a little bit more.
Futurist.
We also have a couple of options when it comes to customizing your preparation with the typing feature. So you'll notice that these diacritic symbols here, in my opinion, are somewhat useful, but sometimes they do tend to give away the spelling of the word. For example, we see that it already tells us that RIST is the last 4 letters in the word futurist. So if you don't wish to see your diacritic symbols, you can click Show Diacritic here, and we'll no longer see the diacritic symbols. However, I would recommend that you click this button and leave the diacritic symbols on, because say you want to search up a word in Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Not every word has the audio file for you to hear the pronunciation, and so it becomes useful that you know how to read these symbols. It takes a little bit of adjusting, and it looks really weird to begin with, but once you read the diacritics and you hear the pronunciation enough times, you'll start to get a good idea for what those symbols mean and how you can convert those symbols into sounds. Now let's take a look at our flashcards feature. So we're going to click leave our quiz. We'll click on our quiz again, and then click flashcards.
Feature.
So again, we automatically hear the pronunciation for every word. We get the word on the front of the flashcard, and then when we click on our flashcard, it'll flip the card over and show us all the information for that word. Again, we see our diacritics, our definition, the part of speech, the example sentence, as well as the word origin. We also have a couple options when it comes to customizing what shows up on your cards. If you don't want to automatically hear the pronunciation, you can click the settings button here at the top right, and then turn off autoplay pronunciation. When you go to the next card, we'll notice that it's not immediately pronouncing the word. This is good for in case you just don't want to bother yourself by immediately hearing the pronunciation, or maybe you want to take some time studying the word before you pronounce it. We can also choose to turn off our diacritic symbols. We'll turn off Show Diacritics, and when we turn over a card, we'll notice that the symbols aren't there anymore. We also have another option where, say you're trying to quiz yourself. You don't want to see the word first, right? So you can choose to show the back of the card first. Here, you see all the information, and then you can kind of work through the information and then guess the word, and then turn it over to see if you got it correct or not. This is a feature that I used to do a lot, especially during my preparation, because I would have either my brother or my mom or my dad sit down with me and then quiz me on these words. Or if I wanted to just quiz myself, I could just click this, show the back of the card first, and that way I can reveal the word to myself after I try guessing it. This way, you can almost kind of simulate a real spelling bee to yourself, because you can hear the word, you have the information, but you can't tell whether you got it right until you flip over the card, and you can kind of test yourself throughout the words as you're studying them. We also have another option where you can customize what shows up on each card. So currently, when we turn over our card, we have all the information for the word. But what if we wanted to just study the definition or the language of origin? We could click our settings button, go to back of card content, and then click this drop-down menu, and it'll show us all the different information that we could choose to put on our card. Right now, we have all info selected, so when we turn over the card, it shows everything about each word. Say, for example, we want to look at our word of origin, so we can try to break down the patterns for each word. We can click word origin, and you'll notice that we only see the word origin on the back of the card. Or if we just wanted to look at the definition for every word, we can click definition, and now we only see the definition for each word. You'll also notice that next to our pronunciation button at the top right, there's a little star here. And this is so that you can save certain words as your favorites. Let's say, for example, that the word filigree looks a little bit difficult, and I want to study it later. I'll click this star button here. It'll turn blue, and I can head to the next word. Say finesse. That looks interesting too. Let's favorite that word and save it to our list.
Formality.
Or we find a really difficult word, like gabarit. You'll see that we already have it favorited, and that means that our favorite word lists are saved across quiz attempts, so that you don't lose track of which words you want to review. Now, let's say it's the night before the spelling bee, or even the day of, and you're just looking for a quick review session of the words that you want to take another look at. we can go here to our options and click Study Only Favorite Items, and it'll filter out our entire flashcard list to just the words that are
Nice.
favorited.
Filigree.
Again, this is something that I used a lot during my preparation because sometimes there's just not enough time to look through every single word in a list. There are some words that might just naturally come to you, or words that you've seen before. Words that might be hard to other people are just easier for you because you've seen them before. And so this is also something that, sometimes people ask is this word hard or is this word easy? And it's really dependent on whether you've seen the word before and if you know the patterns for those words. And so this favorites feature allows us to kind of customize which words we want to review, like in the last minute or as a little bit of a quick review session. So now we see that we only see the 4 words that we favorited, and we can quickly review these.
Flummox.
Let's head back to our full flashcard.
Finesse.
And you'll see we also have a button here at the bottom. This allows us to shuffle the list of our flashcards. So something that used to happen with me, especially
Feature.
like during competitions where we had word lists, is that I would practice the word list so many times and I would get so used to it that I could honestly memorize the order of the words on the list. And so obviously that's kind of a giveaway if someone's quizzing you and you already know what word's going to come next. So just to mix things up a little bit, we also have the option to shuffle the order of the flashcards in your set. We'll click the
Language.
shuffle button, and you'll notice
Landmark.
completely different first 3 words.
Longevity.
And if we click our shuffle button again,
Ideation.
again, it'll shuffle the order of our flashcards.
Gruesome.
Now let's take a quick look at our multiple choice feature. Head back out. We'll click quiz 2, and then open our multiple choice feature.
Feature.
Again, you'll notice that we see all the information for each word. We have a pronunciation button here so we can hear the word again.
Feature.
And then we see 4 different options, and one of these options is the correct spelling of the word. And you might be wondering, well, why should I use multiple choice in contrast to using the typing feature? And really, one of the main advantages that using the multiple choice feature has is that you can see common mistakes before you make them. For example, some students may add an extra U before the T, or they might swap the order of the R and the E in the word feature. And so this gives us a good idea of what mistakes people might make, and it also allows us to kind of identify where we might go wrong and make sure that we don't make those mistakes when it comes to competition time. Also, spelling bees like to use certain words that they know spellers may have a hard time spelling. And so we have a good idea here of how to find traps and make sure we don't fall into them when we're spelling certain words. So let's say we get this word correct. We click the right spelling. It highlights our answer choice as green and then lets us know we got this word correct. We can then click our next button to go to the next word.
Filigree.
Again, we have a couple options here, as well as some common misspellings that spellers might do. For example, spellers might use the PH instead of the F to spell the F sound, or they might add an extra L, or replace the EE at the end with a Y. Let's say, for example, that I made one of these mistakes and I incorrectly spelled a word. It'll let me know that I got my word incorrect and then highlight the correct answer so that I can make sure I don't make this mistake again. We'll see we have a couple more words here. And as you get it correct, it'll take us through the rest of
Flawless.
it. Now let's look at the fun mode, the spell off mode. We'll click spell off,
Feature.
and this will take us to a page that looks a lot like our typing feature. We have all our information, like the part of speech, the diacritics, which we also call pronunciation symbols, the definition, the word origin, and the example sentence. We also have this bar at the bottom, the next button, and then the pronunciation so that we can hear the word again. The real advantage to the spell off mode is not only is it fun and exciting, but it also gives us an opportunity to practice under pressure. As we all know, when you're on the stage, under all those lights and everybody's watching, it can be a little bit nerve-wracking at times. And sometimes your memory starts to slip, or you feel a little bit nervous. And so just having that added time pressure of the spell off mode just trains yourself to be ready for the pressure when it comes to you on stage. Even I'll be honest that even in my 5th year competing, in 8th grade at Scripps National Spelling Bee, I was still really nervous because after all, it is a big occasion. And if you put so much effort, you care about it a lot. And so having this kind of practice where you can deal with the pressure and the lights and the occasion is extremely useful for a speller. And in a lot of ways, spelling is like public speaking, where you have to go in front of other people and perform to your best. So let's do a couple words. Say the word feature.
Filigree.
Got this word correct, so it took us automatically to the next word. But you'll notice, however, that say if I misspell this word, it'll also automatically take me to the next word. The reason we do this is because since it is the spell out feature, the goal is to attempt as many words as possible and get as many as correct as possible within that 2-minute limit. So we'll do a couple more words here. Say finesse
Flawless.
or flawless.
Flummox.
Let's say we got the word flummox incorrect, for example. We forgot to double the M.
Formality. Fossilized.
Now you'll also notice that once our clock starts to run out of time, it'll turn red, and then start bouncing up and down the screen so that it catches our eye. So we run out of time, and it'll also show us a full report for our quiz. We get to see our spelling for every word, and then which words we got right or wrong, as well as the correct answer for every single word. We see our accuracy percentage as well, so we can kind of analyze our performance for each quiz. This report also shows up for all the other quizzes when you finish them. So now that we're done looking at our quizzing modes, let's take a look at the analytics page. As you might know, spelling preparation is so much more than just practicing words and memorizing them. We can also look at the patterns, like we do with the flashcard set, where we can kind of analyze all the information. And another thing that we need to focus on when we do spelling preparation is kind of the analytics and where we tend to go right and where we tend to go wrong. So on our analytics page, we have a lot of data available to kind of see how our preparation is going. We can see how many quizzes we've completed, how many different words we practiced, as well as our total accuracy percentage. We also get a little calendar with which days we've been active on the platform. We see that June 29th is highlighted. And when we go over to this month, you'll start to see some of the cells will be highlighted. We see that July 3rd, 4th, and 6th, we were on this platform. And so we're doing a little bit of work here. This is honestly useful because, especially what I used to do during my preparation, is I'd give myself a good schedule. You also want to have you want to strike a really good balance between preparing a lot, but also staying in a good sense of mind. You don't want to also burn yourself out or try to practice too much. Because at the end of the day, we're all still just trying to enjoy the spelling, and we don't want to put too much stress on ourselves. And so this active days calendar is a good way of kind of keeping track of our schedule and seeing whether we need to tone down the preparation or do a little bit more work on our platform. We also see that we can find which words we missed the most, as well as which words we got incorrect the most. So we see here the word embouchure, which I've never liked spelling French words. I've missed about 11 times. And we also have the word emergence or elucidate that we've gotten right a bunch of times as well. This helps us realize which words we need to study more and which words we may want to do a little bit of research on. We can also see which languages of origin we miss the most and which ones we miss the least. So for example, I seem to need a little bit of work on Latin, French, and Middle English words. But I'm having a good time spelling words from Chinese as well as international science vocabulary. This kind of analysis is really useful because as a speller, I have to try to focus on certain languages of origin that I know I may have difficulty on. Let's also take a quick look at our leaderboard page. At the end of the day, a spelling bee is a competition, and so we wanted to add a little bit of a competitive aspect to our preparation on Prep Center. So as you notice, we'll see a leaderboard here with the top 3 spellers, and we can see that user 412705 is doing an incredible job, and they've already racked up nearly 93,000 points. We can also see a breakdown of how many points they've earned throughout each of the modes. So as you notice, user 120858 is in first place in terms of the typing mode with almost 9,300 points. We can also see our own personal breakdown for how many points we've earned per mode, and we can also see where we are on our leaderboard. Right now, we're in 7th place. Now, I mentioned earlier that there are some words that you may want to research, and so we have another tool for that. We have this word search feature. When we click on word search, it gives us a little search bar, and we can search up words that we want to look in a little bit more closely. Let's say the word Gabourey, for example. When we start typing our word, it'll also recommend us which words we may be trying to search, and so we can auto-complete our search request. We'll click the word Gabourey, and it'll show us all the information for the word. Spelling, the part of speech, the definition, its language of origin or etymology, and then the example sentence, as well as a pronunciation button so we can hear the word again.
Gabarit.
And you might be wondering, well, I have an access to Merriam-Webster's online dictionary, so why do I need the word search feature? Well, you may notice that when you search up a word on the dictionary, there could be up to 10 or 15 different definitions. And when you go to a spelling bee, they normally offer just one definition per word. Also, some words might be both nouns, verbs, and adjectives at the same time, and so we need to know which version of the word that spelling bee is using. So the fact that we can search up a word here and see the definition that the Spelling Bee Championship is going to use helps us know that the information we're studying is the correct information and the one we'll get at the competition. For example, a lot of spellers like to ask for the definition, even for words that they know already, just so they know they're spelling the right word. Like, for example, the words there, and there all sound very similar, but you can tell which one you're spelling by asking for the definition. Now let's head over to the Hive page. The Hive page is our exclusive blog just for Prep Center. We have announcements, like one for this webinar, articles that we'll be posting very soon with tips and tricks on your spelling bee preparation, and then also announcements so that you can stay up to date with information about the spelling bee and the platform. We also have a little spelling bee intro page here so that you can find out any information about the competition. You can also access your word list from the spelling bee information page as well. You'll see we have all the information about the competition, as well as some of the rules and guidelines about it, such as the format and the time and schedule. We also have a little bit of a profile page here. We click profile, and this will take us to our profile page. We see how many points we've earned, and we can also manage our subscription and view the details for our account. We also get a little bit of an activity log, so we can see all the quizzes we've been doing for the last couple months. If you click more, you can also get a more detailed log with all the quizzes you've completed. And we also have a little bit of a surprise here in our profile page as well. We have an achievements badge section, and this is our way of just rewarding you for some of the milestones that you've accomplished on your way to spelling bee mastery. For example, we've earned the quiz champion badge for completing 10 different quizzes, as well as a word wizard badge for practicing 500 different words. And we're well on our way to become a word guru. These are kind of achievement badges that you can show off as like a little bit of an achievement and a prize for staying determined to your spelling bee preparation. We also have this yellow button here that says how to use Prep Center. In case you wanted to review any of the things we've gone over in this demo, we can click this button and it'll show us an interactive step-by-step demo of the entire platform. So we can click through our demo, and this shows us how to use the Prep Center platform. Now we also have a couple buttons here to send feedback or report a bug. In case you see any issues in the platform or just a little bee flying around, you can click report a bug and let us know any potential issues so that we can fix the platform as soon as possible. So that's our tour for Prep Center. Let's go over to the Q&A section.
Ekansh, thank you so much for the detailed walkthrough of the whole portal today. Thank you so much. And yes, there are quite a few questions that are coming up as well, and we're definitely going to take a few of those as well. Just to summarize it and recap about the competition. The competition is between grade 3 to grade 10. It's in person at Amity University, Dubai Academic Campus. Prelims are on 25th, 26th October, November 1st and 2nd, November 8 and 9. So there are 6 days of prelims, but every time we'll have 150 students. So your time and date will be informed to you in advance. Semi-finals are happening on January 17th and 18th next year, and finals are February 8th, 2026. If you have not registered it, you can still register it. We have plenty of time to prepare. It's spellingbee.ae, and then check the registration link on that as well. And on the same portal, you'll see a Learn, Learn, and there you can click on it, and whatever you have just witnessed, Ekansh has taken you through, you'll be able to go through that. And behind the scene, we have Akshat here also. If you have any queries, Akshat, how do they answer? How do they find out if they have lost their username, for example, which is normally going to happen? going to happen, and how do they get back to you to that username, and if they have any queries, how do they address that?
So if you guys have any questions, first of all, on our website, as you saw, there's either the send feedback button or the report a bug. You can click any of those two. If you have any issues with your username or password, if you remember the confirmation code that we gave you, or as well as the three questions, the security questions, you can email us, and then we can get back to you within a day and have your username and password back to you.
Thank you. And yes, as you rightly said, we are all there in case of any query that you have. Click on a button called feedback. Now I'm going to take you through the whole competition. The prelims have an oral and written rounds. The 2,350 words that we have given you to prepare, prelims will come between those words only. So you will have a first written test. We will give you 25 minutes and the pronouncer will announce 25 words. You have to write it down. And then after that, you will come on a stage. We'll give you 2 words. And you have 2 minutes to spell those words. We will only ask the spellings. That's it. We will not ask the definition. We will not ask the origin, not etymology, not sentence, nothing. We will just ask the spelling. You as a student have a time and chance to ask the pronouncer, what does it mean? Where is the word from? Can you give me the definition? Can you put it into a sentence? So this way you know, as Ekansh was telling you, this you know which word or what spelling are we looking for. So we as pronouncer will only ask to you to spell the word. You will have 2 minutes, and that's enough time. 160-second per word. You can take your time and practice in such a way at home also. Don't rush it. That's an easy thing to do. So once the prelims are over, then we get into the semifinals. So between prelims and semifinals, we will also provide you 1,000 more words. So by that time, you have 3,350 words. And then semifinal is only oral. We'll ask you 4 words in 4 minutes. Then after semifinals, the qualified ones will go to finals. During this time, we'll also provide you 1,000 more words. So by that time, you have 4,350 words. And the finals is like a knockout thing. The moment you give a right word, you move forward. And if you're not able to spell the word rightly, you stay where you are. And the winners, the total winning amount is 25,000 dirhams. This year, we are also thinking that we'll split this amount with winner and 2 runners-ups also, because runners-ups who come first and second and third have also worked really hard. But the champion of this year will definitely go to US. If he or she is in the grade or lower grade, he will compete also. If he's in grade 9 or a grade 10, he'll definitely be observing as a guest of honor in US. So this comprises the whole competition. And if you have any queries on any of the competition things, our WhatsApp number and our email address, we're just going to pop it on the chat box. You can take it from there, write to us. And yes, before I leave, Akshat, can you just put the link for Emirates Islamic Bank on the chat box so that people can actually apply for a bank account now who are registered with us, so that Amna, when she goes back to the office and she said, oh, in my one webinar, I got so many accounts. Amna, are you happy about that? All right. So you can see the link on our chat box, and if you can click on it, open your bank account. And I think, guys, thank you so much, Akshat and Ekansh and Amna. We are almost at the end of the webinar. It's
We had a couple questions come
5:45.
in.
Okay, please go ahead. Okay, can you show me the
So
questions or I can that's ready?
yes, I can read it out and then we can go from there.
Sure.
So one of the questions we had was, will the test for the actual spelling bee be online or in person?
All the competition are in person. There's nothing online. Online, you just prepare yourself. I've given the dates. You be coming in at the venue and take the competition.
Next
Another
question
question.
was, what is the subscription for this webpage? So as we showed you, it'll be 18 dirhams for every month, and you can access that through the Learn button on the main website, as well as the link we showed you here. You can just quickly go into there, make your account, and there'll be a button to start your free trial.
So you have a 14 days of free trial. The your subscription starts after 14 days only.
Another question we had was, could you please explain the rules and the number of rounds once again for the actual spelling bee?
Sure. Okay, I'll just take it through again. Prelims will have two rounds, written and oral. Written, there'll be 25 words we will pronounce. You just have to write down, and then after 25 words, we will ask one by one to get on a stage, and you will spell two words in 2 minutes. The score will add for written and oral together. In the semi-finals, there is only oral round, and finals are also only oral rounds. Semi-finals are in January 17th and 18th. Finals in February 8th, 2026. Prelims are 25th, 26th of October, 1st and 2nd November, and 8th and 9th of November. The reason that we have given 6 days of prelims because we have so many students and we can only accommodate at one time only 150 to 160 students. So we will have two sessions in a day, morning and afternoon, and all dates, time will be informed to you by email as well as WhatsApp also. I hope that satisfies the questions. Anything else?
We had one more question. So they said, do we need to learn all of the sections? That's definition, part of speech, etc. And I think Ekansh can answer this as well.
Yeah,
So I will say that although the spelling bee is only testing the spellings, um, really like the best way to be able to know all the spellings is to like learn all those other things as well. Like because the information is given for a good reason. Each of these clues, the definition, the part of speech, our language of origin, the example sentence, all these things really help you piece together the word. And so while you don't need to really commit them to memory, it is still I would still highly recommend that you look through that information and like be able to at least associate it with the word so that one you know that you're spelling the correct word because a lot of words sound like each other and it's really important that we know which word we're going to spell and then so that we can also use this information as clues so we can piece together the word spelling.
And we also had
all right.
another
I
very
think,
good question. Just one last
yeah,
question.
go ahead.
Um, the question was, does your platform include all the words from the prelims list, and would it be necessary to go through the full PDF Word, or will our quizzes be sufficient? So, yes, our platform does include all the words from the prelims list. All the quizzes have all the words for the first round. And as each round gets added on after prelims, semis, finals, those quizzes will also be added to the platform for everyone to use and quiz themselves.
Just to add to this as well, this is just a tool for you to prepare yourself for the competition. And competition is the final. And so, tool will help you how to practice, to refine yourself, be confident yourself when you come on a stage. One more question that I saw, which was interesting. When you're on a stage, you can ask again the pronouncer to pronounce the word. You can ask twice, thrice, till you have 1 minute. So you can ask the word again, you can ask the etymology again, you can ask the sentence again, and you can ask the meaning again, as long as you have done that in 1 minute. I think that's all. And thank you so much. I think we are 5 minutes above our time. Ekansh, Akshat, thank you so much. And Amna, thank you so much for being there with us. And we wish you all all the very best. Prepare yourself. Any support that you require, we are all around here. Ekansh will be coming soon again to give some more tips as well. And Akshat is around for your technical support. And we are around here for any kind of questions. Thank you so much. Ekansh, thank you so much. Akshat, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you everyone for joining as
Bye
well.
bye.